All right, welcome in. I'm Brian Edwards of MajorWager.com, here to talk the NBA Finals with you as we have Game 5 on tap tonight. Toronto with a 3-1 series lead. They opened as 3.5-point home favorites for this game. It quickly went down to 3. Then yesterday, I'm coming to you, by the way, Monday, almost 5 p.m. Eastern. All right. And it went down. It was 2.5 Sunday. Wake up today. It's 1.5. Durant upgraded to probable a few hours ago. It goes to 1. Then the Westgate Superbook in Las Vegas, Jay Carnegie and company, they were the first to make the Warriors the favorite as favorites, 1-point favorites. I'm looking at my live odds right now. The Westgate has been joined by the Mirage, Bovada, and the Win, with Golden State installed as the 1-point favorite. All other books, including offshore, are either Pick'em. I see the Peppermill in Reno still has Toronto -1. Looks like a couple, 3 or 4 offshore still have Toronto -1. Okay, the total up to 215 at a lot of books. William Hill and Westgate are at 215.5, and Stations is at 216. So when I wrote my recap of Game 4 and my look ahead to tonight's Game 5, I did that on Saturday. And hopefully you all are on MajorWager.com checking it out. But anywho, at that time, the series price was Toronto -625. Well, the series price, at least at the Westgate, is down to Toronto -425, with Golden State on the comeback at +325, whereas you could have had Golden State on the comeback at around +450 on Saturday afternoon. Okay, so, and I'm going to get to the updated odds to win NBA Finals MVP in a minute, but let's go back to Game 4. Golden State with a 5-point lead at halftime, had led by 11, 12, a couple of instances late first quarter, and they come out. Kawhi Leonard hits a deep 3. Go to the defensive end. He gets a steal. I'll take it from you. You'll like it. Goes to the other end, bombs another 3. Is that setting a tone for the second half or what? 6-0 run, 1 steal, all done by Kawhi. They take a 1-point lead. To Golden State's credit, they answered with a 6-0 run, go up 55-50. Van Vliet, who has been just terrific going back to games 4, 5, and 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals when he was 14 of 17 from 3-point range. So he had scored 11 points or more in 6 straight games. And in Game 4, he had 8 points and 6 assists. I want to say it was late third quarter, maybe early fourth. He catches that bone from Sean Livingston. And have some respect for the man's tooth. I mean, he loses a tooth. He goes down. He's bleeding from his right eye. And, excuse me, a little parched today. Gets up, walks straight to the locker room. They restart play, up and down a couple times. Then somebody gets fouled. They're at the free throw line, and ABC cameras catch his tooth right in the middle of the lane. Have some respect for the man's tooth. Get it off the floor before he gets crushed by somebody's feet, and get him to the dentist and get that back in his mouth. I hope that happened. Anyway, Fred VanVleet, probable tonight. He's been questionable all weekend. He's probable along with Durant, and that's big because the Wichita State product has been huge, not just in this series, but in the latter stages of the Milwaukee series. So, Kawhi, 2 years ago, 2017 Western Conference Finals, San Antonio is destroying Golden State in Game 1 of the series at Golden State. Corner 3, my guy Zaza, Hawk for life. Zaza with a physical contest. You can call it dirty if you want. I didn't really think it was that dirty. But anyway, Kawhi lands wrong. Out for the postseason. Golden State, I believe they won the next 4 of that series. And he played 9 games for the Spurs last year. That basically ended his run as a San Antonio Spur. Well, now he's back. He's healthy. And he's absolutely destroying the Warriors. Destroying them. Game 4, 36 points, 12 rebounds, 4 steals, 1 block, 2 assists, no turnovers. Is that a clean stat line or what? Has gotten plenty of help. Siakam, 19-5 the other night. Serge Ibaka, 20 points, 4 boards, 2 block shots. Only played 21 minutes, 9 of 12 from the field. Kyle Lowry, 10 points, 3 steals, 2 boards, 7 assists, only 2 turnovers. Like I said, Van Vliet had 8 points and 6 assists before the injury. Leonard has now scored 30 points or more in 3 straight games. He's averaging 31.1 points, 9.1 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.6 steals per in 22 postseason games. The Splash Brothers got theirs the other night, 28 and 27. Clay looked good coming back from the hamstring, 11 of 18 from the field, 28 points. Steph had 27. They had no help. 0 of 8 from 3, every other player on the team. Quinn Cook, who made those 3 pivotal trays in the game 2 at Toronto, that comeback win for the Warriors, he was 0 of 5 from the field. Only played 6 minutes, too, 6 and change. Looney came back, believed to be out for the season, had a decent game, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 20 minutes of action. You know, Cousins had that big game too. He has not looked right since then. Like, I'm giving him credit. I'm not dogging on him. I mean, you know, he's not right. He's not 100%. He's trying to gut it out, but he found a way to be effective in game 2. Not so much since then, not as many minutes, and 4 turnovers last time out, that being Friday. So Toronto goes for the kill shot tonight. But as I said, no help for the Splash Brothers. 0 of 8 from 3 as those other teammates besides Thompson and Curry. Helps on the way tonight in the form of Kevin Durant, causing the line to move, if you want to say from the opening line, I guess it's moved 4.5 points, where the Westgate and those other books I mentioned that have Golden State -1. If you like the over, you better get on it quick because it continues to move up. Now, the question is, how effective is KD going to be? It's June 10th. He has not played since May 8th. Where's his cardio going to be? You know, is he going to be a little rusty? Is he going to be a little out of shape? Those are all fair questions. Let's talk about odds to win Finals MVP, because I recommended it on a couple of radio shows. Shout out to Kwok and Kelly and Clemson and Sharp and Benning in Omaha. I recommended Durant at 20-1 odds to win MVP going into Friday night when they were down 2-1. The thinking being, you know, what are you saving for? You got to play him now if you're going to play him at all. Ended up he didn't play. But then, as he's upgraded to probable today, still had 20-1 odds to win MVP. And now it's down to 10-1. In fact, he hasn't played the whole series. We're going to game 5. He's got the 3rd shortest odds to win NBA Finals MVP honors. Kawhi was -500 earlier today. He's now -400. Steph is at plus 4. He was plus 450. Oh, here, I've got it right here. Oh, he's up to plus 500. Like I said, Durant down to 10-1. Draymond and Siakam were both at 30-1 earlier today. They're now 35-1. Clay is 40-1. I can't recommend KD at 10-1. At 20-1, I was recommending it going into game 4. The only way he's going to win it is if they win the series, and if they win 3 in a row, and if he plays how he was playing, he's got a good shot at it. He was leading the NBA in scoring in the postseason. So, in fact, I've got all of those stats here if my computer will act right and get to that page a little quicker. Yeah, before, in the first 10 postseason games for Golden State, KD was averaging an NBA best 34.2 points per game. And I'm sorry, that was 11 postseason games. He has now missed 10 consecutive games. He was also averaging 5.2 boards, 4.9 assists, 1.2 steals, 1 block shot per game. So we'll see what happens tonight. It'll get very, very interesting if KD is close to 100%, has his usual, 20, 25, or his usual was 34 before the injury. If he plays well and they win, things get very, very interesting. So I'm Brian Edwards of MajorWager.com. You're updated on the NBA Finals. Enjoy the game tonight. And maybe we'll be back with another video prior to a, if necessary, Game 6. Over and out.